What if a routine test flight suddenly turned into a life or death battle against nature, where the sky itself fought back? On November 10, 2018, Air Astana Flight 1388, an Embraer 190 fresh out of heavy maintenance, taxied onto the runway at Portugal's Alverca Air Base. Its mission was simple: a short test flight to check systems before returning to commercial service. But moments after liftoff, the crew sensed something was terribly wrong. The aircraft began rolling violently from side to side, as if gripped by an invisible force. Inside the cockpit, warnings erupted, controls felt unresponsive, and the pilot struggled to understand why an aircraft that should have flown smoothly was now slipping toward disaster. Within minutes, the Embraer 190 was no longer flying. It was fighting. The ailerons, the very surfaces responsible for keeping the wings level, had been incorrectly installed during maintenance. Now, instead of stabilizing the jet, they were commanding it into extreme, unpredictable rolls. The aircraft twisted through the stormy Portuguese sky, banking 30, 40, even 50 degrees as the crew wrestled to keep it from tumbling out of control. Below, residents watched in horror as the jet skimmed dangerously low over villages, disappearing into clouds only to reappear seconds later. Inside the cockpit, sheer skill and raw instinct took over. The crew improvised, using rudder and throttle to counter the aircraft's violent behavior, searching desperately for a place to land. But every approach turned into chaos. The plane would flip or veer off course at the last moment, forcing them to climb again. Fuel burned away, options vanished, and the storm gathered strength around them. After more than an hour of relentless struggle, a small window of hope emerged. A break in the weather, a narrow runway at Beja Air Base, and just enough control left to try one final approach. With the aircraft still bucking like a wild animal, the pilots committed. The jet slammed into the runway, bounced and skidded across the rain-soaked surface, but it stayed on the ground. Against all odds, every soul on board survived. This is the story of Air Astana 1388, an accident that never fully happened, a tragedy narrowly avoided, and a reminder of how human skill can overcome even the most catastrophic mechanical failure.